Hi guys, it's Thursday night, it's supper time, and if there's ever a night of the week where I am going to cave in and buy takeout, it's probably going to be Thursday, because Thursday is usually the day of the week that I start feeling a little bit of meal fatigue. However, tonight is not that night. Tonight I have a very good idea of what I want to make. I was in the grocery store picking up some other stuff the other day, and I happened upon this package of chorizo sausage on the shelf, and I love it. It's kind of spicy if you've never had it. I believe it's Portuguese. A lot of paprika and other seasonings in here to make it lovely and spicy, and I thought, I could make stuffed peppers with that. That would be really good. But I kind of want my peppers to have a little bit of a Mexican lean. So we're going to use this in place of ground beef, where I would normally use ground beef and ground pork. I don't have a recipe. I'm going to try and do this in the Instant Pot, so I'm going to hope that this turns out okay. But I'll just tell you kind of what I'm putting into it as we go along, right? So first things first, when you do stuffed peppers in the Instant Pot, you put the ingredients in raw, which is a little different. Like when I do them in the oven, I cook everything first and put it in and just kind of heat everything through. But in the Instant Pot, you put everything in raw. So I'm going to start by squeezing the sausage out of the casing here, okay, into my mixing bowl. And I've got, over behind me, I've got 3 large bell peppers that I've already cut the tops off, and I've removed the membrane and the seeds from inside, and rinsed them, of course. And the tops, like the usable part of the tops, I actually just chopped up because I'm going to make a green salad to go with this. So no part of the pepper got wasted, which is great. All right, there's my sausage meat. Okay, to that I'm going to add some white onion. This is about a half a, what do you call it, cooking onion, a white cooking onion. Okay. I'm going to throw in a beaten egg just to kind of hold everything all together. Rinse my hands here. Okay. Now I think we're still, despite the fact that there's lots of good flavor in this meat, we're going to season with, this is garlic powder. I'm going to say that was probably a teaspoon. Teaspoon of onion powder, just a sprinkle of taco seasoning. Okay, so now I'm going to also open this can. I had this left over from when I did my cooked barbecue sauce recipe the other day. These are Rotel original finely chopped tomatoes and green chilies. I think I am going to pop these in here too, but first I'm going to take all this mixture in here and I'm going to just use my hands and I'm going to get it all nice and worked in together. Okay, haven't got it all worked in yet, but and I've got about 3/4 of a cup of white, like a minute rice here. At least I'm hoping it's minute rice, because if it's long grain rice and I cook at minute rice time in the Instant Pot, it's not going to be done. Okay. All right, this mixture is looking pretty good. Like it's holding together nicely. I really do want to add those tomatoes, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my hands a rinse, and then I'm going to drain all the juice off the tomatoes, really squeeze the juice out, and then just add the tomatoes and work them in. Then I'm going to stuff my peppers and we'll go to the Instant Pot and I'll tell you how I'm going to go about cooking them. Okay, so I'm going to need a strainer here and a bowl. Now these Rotel tomatoes have a little bit of heat too because of the green chilies that are in here. Not a ton. I mean, I don't find that it's unpleasantly hot at all. Let's kind of dump them out here. And get a spoon. Oops. I'm just going to kind of press the juice out. You could also, if you don't have like these canned chilies, I suppose you could use a little bit of salsa in here as well. And into the mix they go. There's actually quite a lot of juice that came off there. I don't know, let me see if I can just turn the iPad here so you can see. See, quite a lot of juice came off, so you just really don't want or need that in your stuffed peppers. So, I'm gonna work this all in, and then I am going to stuff my peppers, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to cook them in the Instant Pot. So I'll be back once I have these stuffed. All right, we are back, and as you can see, those peppers are very generously stuffed. Now, I am going to do tonight what's called pot-in-pot cooking in the Instant Pot. This is the inner pot, actually the air fryer pot that comes with my particular Instant Pot model, which is here. So I am going to actually use that to cook the peppers in. I have got about a cup of water in the bottom of my pot, and I used hot water just to sort of minimize the amount of time it's going to take for the pressure cooker to come to pressure. I'm going to put this in the Instant Pot. All right, carefully put this in the Instant Pot, and you can see it's got little legs, so again, your pot is not sitting down in the water. The water is not actually touching your stuffed peppers at all. Okay, put my lid on. You'll know that it's sealed when you hear the little ditty play. Now in my model, the valve at the back automatically comes up so that it's in the sealing position. On the older model Instant Pots, you may have had like a little dial at the back that you had to turn to either sealing or venting, and you would want it on sealing if you were going to do pressure cooking. Anyway, so we are going to pressure cook on high. Let's try 12 minutes. And now we are just going to let the Instant Pot do its thing. It's probably going to take 10 to 15 minutes to come up to pressure and heat that liquid to a point where it can start cooking. Then the control will indicate that it has reached its temperature, and it will start counting down from 12 minutes. So you'll see 12 minutes and it'll go down, 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 and it will finally beep. When it beeps, we're going to do a quick pressure release. We're going to check the situation with the rice. I really am feeling that that was maybe a long grain rice that I put in there instead of minute rice, but time will tell. And we'll see how it cooks up in any event, okay? So we'll be back when this Instant Pot here has done its thing. Okay, our Instant Pot just beeped. I didn't catch it on film, but it beeped. So now it means it's completed its cooking cycle. So what we are going to do is we are going to release the pressure, and once it's done, then we'll be able to take a look at our peppers. Okay, the pin just dropped on our Instant Pot. Now we want to be sure that that meat is cooked all the way through, and those peppers were really, really stuffed. So what I want to do is I'm going to use my thermometer here, my digital thermometer. I've set it to 160 Fahrenheit, just to see how it looks. Oh, they look beautiful. My gracious. Okay. Let's just pop that in there. And I'm just going to kind of watch this thermometer, make sure that it comes up to the proper temperature. If it doesn't, I'm going to put them on for a little bit more. Okay, so I will be back. Okay, so the digital thermometer said that the peppers were sitting at about 143 degrees, which is not a safe internal temperature when you're dealing with pork products that are like ground pork. So I just put the lid back on the pot, and I decided to do another 4 minutes. It might be too much, I don't know, but I think I'd rather have them a little overcooked than to get into the center of that pepper and find that that meat is not fully cooked through. So it should not take the pot long at all now to come up to pressure, because that liquid that's in there is very, very hot. So it'll just be a matter of probably 10 minutes, and we'll be ready to check again. Okay, so our pot went through its second cooking cycle. I put it on for another 4 minutes. I've released the pressure. I've checked the temperature. It is at 160, so we're safe. So now we can get these out of here. Carefully. Ooh, they look good. Oh, they're heavy. Very, very heavy. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. So there is our stuffed peppers. We are just going to garnish them with a little bit of shredded cheese and some green onion, maybe some sour cream, and then we are good to go for dinner. Okay, so here's our finished product, topped with cheese and some salsa.
Yep.
And there's no way I'm going to be able to finish this whole thing, but it looks really good. So we're going to slice into it, and we're going to see. Put salsa on yours then if you want salsa.
You put it too late.
Okay, gonna tip it over here.
You can put this on.
Everything is perfectly cooked inside, which is good to see. Oh my gosh, it looks delicious. Okay. That's really good. Yeah, that's delicious. So yeah, I wouldn't change a thing except for the cooking time. I would have put it on for, instead of 12 minutes, 16 or 17 minutes, just to get you up to that safe internal temperature for the meat. But it's nicely seasoned, and it's good, and it's not too spicy, but it does have a little heat, and it does definitely have like a Mexican flavor to it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little sort of flying by the seat of our pants recipe. Andrew, what's the verdict on your side? Good stuff? He's shaking his head yes. So always good.
It is spicy though.
It is a little bit spicy. Yeah, I think it's those tomatoes. Those canned tomatoes are a little spicy. But thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.